guys, it's Miranda Namias, and I'm here to talk to you about one of my favorite systems in business, which is a funnel. And in particular, today we're going to be talking about an organic content marketing funnel. If you're live with me on Facebook, I have this little thing over here that you can see the actual funnel graphic of how it works. And so we're going to walk through each of these steps as part of the organic content marketing funnel. And I just want to sort of preface this that although this graphic, as well as what I'm going to be talking about today, shows how a content marketing funnel works and all the steps that you need to set it up for an effective, high converting funnel, keep in mind that this is not necessarily the order that I would create the funnel in. I actually really like to reverse engineer it and work from backwards to beginning. So although that you see these 5 steps here, traffic, content, opt-ins, nurture, sales, I would actually kind of start when actually creating the content, I would start at your offering and then work backwards. But we're going to talk about it in order today. So the first step, step 1, is traffic. So the first step of a successful organic content marketing is bringing in traffic. Every funnel needs traffic, and there are a ton of different ways to bring traffic into your funnel. But because this is an organic content marketing funnel, I'm going to focus on ways that you can do this without investing in paid ads. But if you really want to ramp up your traffic right out of the gate, paid ads is a way to do that. Organic strategies like the ones that I'm going to talk about today are free, but they do typically take a little bit longer to build up. So just kind of think about that when you're deciding which type of traffic that you want. Paid traffic can start working basically the second you turn your ad on, but an organic strategy is more of a slow burn and a slow build up. But the benefit is that, in my experience, organic leads that you've brought in do tend to be of a higher quality. And I do think that everybody should utilize organic marketing in some way, as it's a really great way to connect and engage with your audience in a real way. But if you really want to turn up the heat on your funnel, bringing in paid ads is a great way to do it. And I think some of the best funnels have both strategies mixed in together. But today we're going to focus specifically on organic. So here are the 3 ways that you can bring organic traffic into your funnel. So the first one is Pinterest. This is my favorite one. I love using Pinterest to generate traffic for myself as well as my clients. My perfect Pinterest package is great if you're looking to grow your traffic in this area. Or if you want to learn how to DIY your own Pinterest management, I recommend checking out Summer Tannhauser, Moms Make Sense, and Twins Mommy. They all have some really great Pinterest resources. The second way that you can bring in organic traffic into your content marketing funnel is SEO. SEO is a great method for generating traffic. It can be a little bit tricky to master, at least at first, but it can be super powerful. So I highly recommend utilizing this strategy. I actually do a lot of SEO for my clients as well as myself with my perfect blog post package. If you're looking to DIY your own SEO, I highly recommend checking out Mariah Magazine. She has some really great resources on that. And then the third way to bring in traffic organically into your funnel is social media. Social media can be a little tricky to navigate because there are constantly changes in the algorithm, and it's not necessarily set up as a way to generate traffic. For example, Instagram, they want you to stay on Instagram. They don't want you to leave Instagram and go to somebody's website. So it's not really set up to generate traffic, but when you do use it correctly and in a way that sort of naturally boosts your traffic on social, it can be a great way to generate additional traffic. And my favorite social platforms for generating that traffic are Instagram and Facebook. All right, so moving on to step 2, which is content. This second step of the organic content marketing funnel it is all about content. And a lot of people think of content as just blog posts, but it can also be things like videos, podcast episodes, anything that you're creating that's free and you're putting out there and it's consumable, some type of content. So in whatever type of content you love creating, I recommend having a page on your website for each piece of that content. So like obviously blog posts are sort of naturally set up to do that, but you can even do this with podcast episodes or videos. Amy Porterfield does this for like all of her podcast episodes have a dedicated page or post on her website that has the episode. It has like a little description of everything. It has the transcription. It has show notes or whatever. It has everything on that page. Doing it this way, setting up an individual page for each piece of your content allows you to further capitalize that traffic from Pinterest and SEO in conjunction with having it available on whatever other platform you're using like iTunes or YouTube. And it's also really good to have your traffic going to something that you own, like your website, versus a secondary platform, again, like iTunes or YouTube. That's a great way to sort of like build an audience, is utilizing those platforms because they do sort of blast your content out to a larger audience. But ultimately, you really want to be pushing people back to your website. That way you can do things like track your metrics and traffic and link to other content on your site from that first page that they land on, promote your lead magnets, capture their email address, all of these things that you can do on your website, but you can't do on a platform like iTunes or YouTube. If you hate creating content, which I know there's a lot of people out there who don't like creating content, or if you're not sure how to like use your audio video content in a way that actually works for Pinterest and SEO, definitely check out my perfect blog post package so my team can help you do that. Or if you want to learn how to create this amazing content for yourself, I really like Haley Dale from Your Content Empire. She has some great content on that. All right, so step 3 of the organic content marketing funnel is opt-ins. So getting people to opt into your lead magnet so that you can grow your list is a really important step in this funnel. List building is crucial because email marketing is such a powerful way to make sales. For me personally, I've primarily used email marketing as my main method of generating sales. I don't really do paid ads, and I absolutely love it. There are people out there who are like, email marketing is dead, but like if I had a nickel for any time anybody said something was dead and it wasn't dead, like I definitely don't think that that's true. And I'll talk a little bit more about email marketing in the next 2 steps, but I will just say that it's powerful. And so for your opt-ins, creating an amazing lead magnet is a really important part of this process. You need something that's going to entice your audience and get them to hand over their email address in exchange for something awesome. And then the actual lead magnet content itself needs to deliver. I would say it needs to over deliver. You really don't want them to sign up, like give them their email address, like here it is, and then like you disappoint them. That's going to be like a super bad first impression, and instead you should really be using this as an opportunity to like blow them out of the water, show them how amazing you are, how amazing your content is, and how you can help them solve their problems. Your lead magnet is also a really great opportunity to prime your audience for that sale that is coming in the future at the end of this funnel. If you can help them solve a problem with your lead magnet, which that should be like the number one thing that you're trying to do, it shows your expertise. But and this is kind of a tightrope that you have to walk. You also kind of want to leave them wanting more, and then also give them some next steps for how they can like further grow their relationship with you and learn more about how to solve this problem. Basically, you want them to think that they like can't do it without your help, whether that help is free content like a lead magnet or a paid offering. So you want to come in and like save the day, and that's where your offerings are going to come in. If you're stuck on this step, I can help. I have a perfect lead magnet package that is a completely done for you experience that will leave you with an amazing lead magnet and opt-in landing page. Or if you want to DIY, I highly recommend checking out Vanessa Ryan. She has some really great tips on creating a high converting lead magnet that's going to help grow your list. So step 4 on this funnel is to nurture. So this can be done in a variety of different ways. For people who are already in your audience, free content like your blog posts, videos, podcast episodes, as well as social media, they all help do that job of nurturing, as well as traffic generation. So it's kind of both. But email marketing is really the big one here. So once someone signs up for your lead magnet, you've got their attention, you're in their inbox. This is a great opportunity for some nurturing. So the key here is not to go directly into the sale. You need, if you want to use like a tripwire in your funnel, that's fine. But I guess I'm talking about like with email marketing, you don't want them to sign up for your lead magnet and then be immediately bombarded with like a million sales emails. I personally like to kind of prime them a little bit more. Like they sign up for your lead magnet and that is a prime, but then also kind of prime them just a little bit longer before they're ready to hand over their credit card. And the length of time that you need to nurture them is also going to depend heavily on how the price of your product. So if it's a really expensive offering, you'll need a longer period of nurturing time. But if it's a really inexpensive product, which is why tripwires work, you can have a shorter nurture period. But regardless, when you're setting up this sort of nurture sequence in your email marketing, you're going to want to use the first couple of emails you send to them to kind of warm them up and get them ready for a purchase. This is a great time to share your personal story and kind of introduce yourself to this audience. I actually have a package called the Welcome Nurture Sales Sequence, which is a done-for-you email sequence that triggers right after somebody signs up for your lead magnet, and then over the course of 8 emails works to sell them on your offering. But if you want to learn how to DIY your email marketing, I recommend checking out Mira Coughlin. She has a lot of great resources on that. All right, so the final step in this funnel is step 5, which is sales. Yay. So once you have this nurtured, warmed up audience, it is time to sell to them. So this is another step that can be accomplished in a couple of different ways. It really depends on your audience and your offering, but here are a couple of ways that you can sell to your audience. So this is going to include stuff like email sequences, launching, evergreen sales funnels, discovery calls. There's a lot of ways that you can sell to your audience. But the main thing that you're going to need for this step is a sales page that's high converting and is like really on point with your messaging for your offering. And you're also going to need like a way to get traffic to that sales page. So that's where the email sequence would come in. You can post on social media. There's a lot of different things that you can do to get traffic to that sales page. And usually a combination is the best. Again, you can do email sequences, social media, SEO, Pinterest, and even paid ads if you want to do that as well. And another important part of this step, which I kind of mentioned in like the types of ways that you can sell, is if your offering is going to be available all the time, which is evergreen, or only at certain times, which is like an open and close launch type of offering. So you're going to decide like between those two options and then develop a sales strategy for that, whether it's going to be the evergreen funnel or the launch strategy. If you're unsure about which strategy you should go with, that is totally normal. You are not alone. I think every entrepreneur has had like an existential crisis about whether their offering should be evergreen or launch style. And at the end of the day, it's really a personal decision and what you prefer and what kind of lifestyle you have and what kind of offering it is. Like, it's really up to you. And I would also say both types of methods have pros and cons. Like, that's just how it is. I prefer to use evergreen for things like my services, like my Perfect Pinterest package, which is available all the time, and lower priced offerings like an ebook or a membership program, while I like to use open and close launches for higher price offerings like a really big course or a group coaching program. But again, that's just my personal preference, and you can even like switch it if you want. Like, it's totally up to you how you want to sell your offerings. It's totally a personal preference. So again, these are the 5 steps to an organic content marketing funnel. We have traffic, content, opt-ins, nurture, and sales. So I hope that this was a helpful video to show you how all those pieces work together to build a really effective content marketing funnel, in that you're inspired to move forward and start creating this type of funnel in your own business.